Hello, welcome back. I have just got out of bed. It is about 11:45. So yesterday I was just kind of super low energy, and I've blamed it on so many late nights, 2 weekends on the bounce of being really, really busy, and I just can't, just so tired all the time. If you watch my vlogs, I'm sick of myself saying I'm tired, so you guys must be sick of it too. And yesterday I thought, right, I'm just gonna give myself today to do nothing. And tomorrow I had all these plans. Thought even just in the morning, get a bath, blow dry your hair, do some stuff to make you feel better. I did not want to get up this morning. I literally got up and 2 minutes later left the house to take Milo to school. When I came back, I caught sight of myself in the mirror and thought, something is not right. So I went back to bed, and now it's 11:45. I've been lying in bed watching TV. Not even downstairs on the sofa, actually. I went back to bed. And to be fair, I could have gone to sleep, but I didn't. And I just thought I should be doing something productive. I was making myself feel guilty for sending myself back to bed and doing absolutely nothing. And more than that, knowing that I was kind of just wallowing, not about anything specific, but I was just, this is not going to make me feel better. So I thought, right, get up, do a live, that's my accountability, and stream a little, getting yourself together. Oh, Victoria. See, I don't mind Mondays, usually. Although I was thinking when I was driving back from the school run this morning, I could probably do with working my office job Monday, Thursday, Friday, because Monday I feel like I'm just, even though there's no specific thing I have to do, it's my YouTube day, I don't find that I have a tremendous amount of motivation anymore on a Monday. And when I'm doing my office job, that's obviously a different kind of motivation, like I'm just working. I can't kind of lay around. And then Tuesday, I would be filled with a sense of, oh, I've got the day to myself today. All day yesterday, I had to work for someone else. And it might work a little bit better, but that's just kind of what I was thinking of. I'm going to do my new face, because this always perks me up a little bit. And I also thought it would be interesting for you guys to see it live. So I'll do one side of my face. I'm going to do 5 minutes on each side. You only need to do 5 minutes for your whole face if you want to do a quick thing. But that's what I'm going to do. So I thought it would also be quite a fun thing to see in action, like real time, but also you know that it hasn't been edited or whatever. You can actually see the results if there are any to see. Also, I had a lot of questions about the new face. I was using the gel that came with it, which is the special new face hyaluronic gel. That gel is really nice, and it could be used as skincare. You could leave it on your face, but it's relatively expensive. It did last for quite a long time. But then I bought this ultrasound gel, which was super cheap from Amazon. It works just as well. It's not as nice on the skin, but it works just as well. And I put it in a pot, and I've like filled it up, and I just use a little brush to paint it on my face, which is much, much easier. I don't worry about using too much of it because it was so cheap. So I kind of feel like, because it dries up quite quick on the skin, the gel. So I just kind of go with it. Also, this is not a tutorial because I just kind of move it around my face. I don't really know what I'm doing, so we'll see. I have not felt motivation on a Monday in years, even with my office job. Milo plus money would put a smile on anyone's face. Some days it's okay to just be meh. Totally agree. But there's a difference between, I'm not feeling it today, and really leaning into it. I think that's what I was doing. I'm tired. So tired. Is it seasonal? I was taking some painkillers in the morning along with my antidepressant, and I stopped taking those painkillers in the morning because I thought that's what was making me so tired. But but I'm still tired. So maybe it's just getting used to the antidepressants. I don't know, but I am just exhausted. I feel like I can't get enough sleep, and there's no amount of catching up that can be done. So part of me thought, oh, I'm just doing what I need, you know, my body's telling me it's tired, send yourself back to bed, go to sleep. But I don't know realistically if that's what I should have been doing, or I hate just laying around and like wasting the day. Even if I'm sitting downstairs and playing on a video game, I feel better than sending myself back to bed. But I don't know. I'll feel better once I've done some skincare, put some oil in my hair because I'm going to wash it later. So I'll feel better about all of that. I might put a face mask on. And then I'll sit downstairs instead. Baby steps away from bed, into the downstairs, sit with Money. Maybe I'll watch something uplifting. Any suggestions? I've been watching an incredible amount of Handmaid's Tale recently, which can't have helped. I rewatched the entire of everything, like all 5 seasons, and I'm listening to the audiobook at the same time. And when I'm not watching Handmaid's Tale, I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. So maybe I need a slightly more uplifting TV show / book to be consuming at the moment, because I have also been listening to something called Essentialism, which is a self-help book. Again, it's supposed to be about like getting things done and self-help, but in actual fact, if you're in the mood that I'm in, it's about doing less and focusing your time and energy where it needs to be, rather than trying to do everything. So it's another thing that you could definitely use to excuse or justify doing less if you're in one of those moods. That's probably also not a great book for me to be listening to right now. But I also don't want to like consume something that's very, you should be doing all these things, because I'm not in that mood either. I think I just need something kind of light and frothy. I also still haven't done my New Year. I was going to do it in February and I wasn't feeling it, so I was like, perhaps I'll do it in March. And now as time goes on, I'm like, or maybe I'll just wait till 2024. Maybe this year is not a year for goals. My word of the year, which I never shared because I was going to do this in a video, was going to be reflect, and probably still is, reflect. And I was feeling really good about that, because, oh, my eyebrow went weird there, because it didn't feel like it had any, you couldn't fail at reflect. It wasn't like something that I was going to hold myself to, or something that was going to make me feel worse. It was just really consider what is happening right now and think about how everything's going. How do you want to change things? Do you want to change things? Reflect, just constantly reconsider and examine how you're feeling and what you're doing. That was kind of the thought behind it. And so maybe 2023 is just, rather than a year for goals, it's just a year for learning and slow. So that's 5 minutes. Tell me you can't see a difference between this side and that side of my face. 5 minutes, you can't feel anything. You're just like literally moving this around. This feels like nothing. As long as you've got enough ultrasound gel on your face, you can see a difference. And this is not edited in any way. This side of my face, look at my eyebrow. Everything is lifted. It's not like insane, but it is lifted. You can totally see a difference, in my opinion, unless I'm completely bananas. I think you can tell. People also use it on the neck. I haven't graduated to that yet. I just do kind of 5 minutes on either side. like I say, the full cycle, you're supposed to do like, I mean, you can't really overuse it, but you're supposed to do 5 minutes total. I've had so many questions since I bought this. I'm not using it every day. I should definitely be using it every day, but I use it, I would say, minimally every other day. I stopped using it every day because I started thinking, well, so this is only a temporary effect. It's only going to work on the days that I'm using it. And so it doesn't matter if I don't use it every day. And then the more I read about it, the more I thought, it feels like something that actually can long-term benefit you if you do use it. At least at first every day. I've got like something on this ring. I don't even know. Oh, shamefully, that might be pancake batter. I made some like frozen pancake batter. Well, I made pancake batter and I froze it in cupcake cases, and I've been experimenting with making it from frozen. I don't know if you guys have seen this on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, but people are doing this and I was like, that's genius. So I did that last night and it totally works. I might do a little reel actually. Do you know, for lunch I might make myself pancakes and syrup and ice cream. That sounds indulgent. It feels like maybe what I need today. But I will share that because it's incredible. It was messy to do, but then I made so many and they're all in freezer bags. It kind of feels worth it because of how many I now just have ready to go whenever. Because at first I was like, this is not easier than making pancakes, but I only had that difficulty once rather than the multiple times that I would make pancakes. Plus they were easier to cook in one pan because they kind of stayed together in smaller shapes than they would do if they were just kind of like liquid from the beginning. And they cooked all the way through really well. I'm really, really surprised, like I say. I'll do a little short. I'll share it here and on Instagram. And I have been TikToking. I mostly share the same stuff on YouTube Shorts and on Instagram and TikTok. But on TikTok, I've also started sharing like little talky bits. The stuff that I was doing on the podcast, for those interested, I've started kind of doing little mini versions on TikTok. The podcast, I was so enjoying it. And then I kept having these issues where I thought it was recording. And it was recording. I can still listen to it back, but I can't share it to my computer. So I've got multiple episodes that I recorded that you will never hear because I just can't get them off my phone. So that's been annoying. And that's put me off doing more because it's quite a lot and I don't pre-prepare them usually. So it's just me talking. So it's really difficult to like do it again. And they're at least 24 minutes long. So it's kind of frustrating. But I have been putting out little snippets of thoughts on TikTok that I feel like would be more fleshed out on the podcast. I may start doing those maybe on my vlog channel. We'll see. Just a stream of consciousness here while I do my new face. But yeah, I have had loads and loads of questions. When I finish this live, I'll go back and I will put some links in the description for you because I have a code. I paid for the new face and then Current Body contacted me and said, do you want a code for your followers? And I said, yes. So they gave me a code, which I'll share with you. But I cannot recommend it enough if you are someone who you're kind of maybe thinking of doing like Botox or something like that, but you're trying to avoid it. That's how I feel. I'm incredibly vain, I know, but it's important to know yourself. I am quite vain and I want to have perfect skin. That's all I've ever wanted. When people used to say if you could change one thing about yourself, like if you could just snap your fingers and people would be like, oh, a nicer nose, you know, whatever, all the things. And I would be like, just perfect skin everywhere, just perfect skin, because I had really bad acne when I was a kid and I just wanted perfect skin. And so my obsession continues into my older age. And now that has come to encompass fine lines and like collagen. I'm even taking collagen supplements now, collagen and vitamin A, so retinol. I will keep you posted on that because I put a load of vitamins. I habit stacked. If you've read Atomic Habits, you'll know. habit stacking is basically when you put habits that you do every single day, so like brushing your teeth, making your coffee, whatever, throw in something else at the same time, and it's an easier way of like building up another habit. So I habit stacked my vitamins with the fact that beautiful. I mean, I do still think that this eyebrow is higher a little, but my face just, it's incredible. It's actual magic in my opinion. Yeah, I started taking a bunch of other vitamins as well. I've got this Pixie Clarity Tonic, which because I have been doing a lot of facial hair removal recently, I've been trying to get a handle on some of the breakouts that I've been getting. All my chin, kind of a little bit around my mouth. I always pluck, but recently I have been shaving my face again, and I'll shave my face all the way kind of from here all the way down here, where I get lots and lots of unwanted hair. And I'm not talking about a little bit of hair. It is a fair amount. And this is not to say everybody needs to get rid of it, but I don't like it, and it gets quite dark and stubbly in a lot of areas. So I've been shaving all of that area and then waiting for the very wiry ones, which there are probably 30, to grow a few days so that I can pluck them out. But that is quite irritating to my skin. So anything with salicylic acid in it, not immediately. I always do like an antibacterial spray immediately after any kind of hair removal, so that I don't get any flare-ups just from irritation. But then in the days after, I'll try and do some salicylic acid stuff, purely because it does definitely help to keep those little breakouts at bay. This I've been really enjoying. It's the Skin Proud Jelly Bright Essence, and I just put a little bit of it in the palms of my hands. This is just the kind of thing that I would have used a cotton pad for once upon a time, but I now just kind of like throw it on. Throw it on. Oh, speaking of skin as well, we've just got a gazebo. I'm really excited about it. We were fielding quotes, if you will, for someone to build it, because when it arrived, I'm fairly adept at like putting things together, but it was like 5 enormous boxes and it was immediately over-facing. My brother said, we can do it together. And I'm the handy person, I would say, even in my family, my extended family, not just my like household. So he was like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And I'm thinking, it's not going to be fine. Anyway, we found someone to do it for a really good price. So I'm really excited about that. And of course, it means that I will be able to spend more time outside without worrying about sun damage. Obviously SPF always, but specifically, I love to sit outside once it gets to like spring, summertime, because it's just so nice. And also I'll be under shade so I can use the computer, which is important. This is the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5 spray, soothing repairing concentrate. If you've never used the Cicaplast balm, it's basically that, but in a spray, so even more handy. Really, really like that. I'm also going to do my red light mask. If you've never seen this before, how can that be? It looks like this. It's got all of these little dots on the inside, and they're all little LEDs, and they help with, well, so the new face helps with the tone of your skin. So that will kind of like lift and firm, but it's not going to do anything for your fine lines, your wrinkles, anything like that. Lots of people have said that it's changed the texture of their skin. I'm not sure how true that can be, but I know that it's kind of like, imagine like a slender tone for your body. That work, they do work, but oftentimes people have a layer of fat over the top of their muscles. And so that's why you don't see any results. Whereas on your face, it's slightly different. And especially kind of around this area, I see a huge, huge lift and a difference in firmness, whereas it's not going to do anything for kind of lines. This, the red light therapy mask, will help soften those lines, but it also is incredible for pigmentation. So between this red light mask and my Skin and Me prescription, truthfully, the Skin and Me I've been way more diligent with, and that is the thing that's made the biggest difference. to fading my melasma. We were watching some of our old Disney vlogs yesterday. First of all, I honestly had to stop the video. Lee put it on and I had to stop it and have a look at the settings because I was absolutely convinced we were watching it double speed. He watches a lot of vloggers and I'll come in the room and be like, I can't stand this person. This is not, like, everyone feels this way about certain people. Everyone has their own judgments and I feel bad saying that that's a thing, but it's true. There are certain people that I really don't enjoy because they're so happy. I don't enjoy it. And so I'll be like, oh God, I don't enjoy this person's videos. And I was watching this thinking, Jesus, like I can totally understand why people wouldn't enjoy my content. This is an oil from Aroma Active, by the way, because I seemed like I was on something. The whole thing, I said, he was like, oh, well, you can get a bit, you know, you do speak quite quickly and you're just excited. And I said, but the whole video, it wasn't just the beginning or like a little snip in the middle. It was so like, if I'd walked in and that was a stranger, I'd have gone, Jesus, what is wrong with her? There you go. But I'm also going to use the La Roche-Posay Toleriane. Just realised I've never had to say this out loud. Toleriane. This one. It's like a lotion. I was watching those vlogs and Lee said that mark on your face is nearly completely gone, and he was talking about this one here because it was much darker in that video. It has made such a huge difference, and I think that skin tone is a bigger deal than any fine lines. Like if you can get your skin to be quite even, the fact that you've got those fine lines or that you've got texture, because your skin is aging and that's totally natural, it doesn't even make that much difference. That's not the thing that people see. It's the unevenness. And obviously the more even your skin is, the less makeup you will be tempted to wear potentially. And of course makeup can be quite aging, or at least that's how I feel. The less face makeup I can wear as I get older, the better. But yeah, I'm all skincared up now, so I'm going to go and make myself a coffee, and then I'm going to put on my red light therapy mask. And then tonight I'm going to have a really hot bath, wash my hair, feel like a brand new woman, and tomorrow we'll start again. But step one was just really getting out of bed, truthfully, which I just wasn't feeling like today. If I didn't have to do the school run to pick up Milo, I think I probably would have just been like, do you know what? Back in the pyjamas, get a bath now, go to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's kind of the mood I'm in. But I'm not going to be. I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to open all of the blinds, and I'm going to shake it off. And once the gazebo is built, come what may, doesn't even matter on the weather, I'm going to go and sit outside in times like this, because I think fresh air is going to do me the world of good. And maybe we'll do some lives outside. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company while I shake off this day. And I'll try to remember to leave those links below, but if I forget, which I probably will, someone remind me. See you later.